Wake Up Cbus is on the air early at 4 a.m. this Friday for a weather alert. From rain to ice and snow. Look at this. The flash freeze crept in overnight while you were sleeping. That winter weather blanketing central Ohio this morning. It has been a busy several hours here at 10 TV. Thanks for joining us for this special edition of Wake Up Cbus at 4 a.m. I'm Angela Ann. Tracy is off. We do have team coverage right now of this weather alert. Tino Ramos is in Delaware County. Lacey Crisp, along with our photographer Tim Flaherty, they are driving around Franklin County. And we, of course, have Gabby Garcia and Maddie Kirker in the studio with me today.
Here it is. We've been talking about this since Monday, believe it or not. And yes, we did have rain last night, switched right over to snow. And that is what you're seeing blanketing the state of Ohio out there this morning.
Taking a look there on the south side, I pulled up that camera where that scene is. Barely anything visible. All you can see are lights this morning, and you see those flashing lights probably from emergency crews and or a snow plow this morning. And speaking of snow plows, there are about 200 of those ODOT crews out there right now. I just saw a tweet from ODOT this morning.
We've seen a lot of crews out. They're trying their best to try to keep up with the current conditions, but what happens is they'll go by it, they'll clear the road, and 20 seconds later, the snow is blown right back into that spot. So, it's really tough for these crews. They're out here. They're trying their best to make sure the roads are as clear as possible. And like I said, it's not the accumulation, but it's the wind, it's the gust. It's blowing the snow right back into place. So that's a live look at what the road conditions are like. Back to you, Angie.
All right, Lacey, definitely great perspective there for us. Thank you. Let's give you another view here because we have Tino Ramos is in Delaware County for us with a good look at US 23. Tino, you are holding on to that hat.
I tell you, it's really windy out here. The feel-like temperature at this point is negative 15 degrees here because these gusts of the winds. You probably just saw that light behind me. That was an ODOT truck here trying to hit Route 23 here. We're just a little south of downtown Delaware, but as Lacey had mentioned, the snow is packed on top of what is probably ice down there. But let me take you up to the lights there as well. It's just a cloud of blowing snow that is limiting visibility to about a quarter mile at the very most. Let me take you into Delaware. Downtown Delaware, we hit up a little bit earlier this morning. This was probably just around 1 o'clock. Already the snow was on the ground. It was the changeover coming up at that point. Some of the plows were already just trying to hit the streets up, which really was a difficult time here. But now that the winds have picked up, that's what's making it even worse in terms of traveling around, and especially for those high-profile vehicles. This blowing and drifting, and especially the bitter cold, really bites you. So stay in if you can. Obviously, we're going to say that to you all morning long. We'll have more throughout the morning. In Delaware County, Tino Ramos, 10 TV News.
All right, Tino, thank you. We really appreciate you standing out there in those weather elements to show people what it's like out there. So let's get back to Maddie Kirker right now, because Maddie, we are certainly looking at treacherous conditions out there as this system continues to kind of develop here this morning.
Yeah, you got to feel for Tino right now because, yes, just like he was mentioning, those wind chills currently are extremely dangerous already, and it's only going to get colder as the day progresses. Yeah, it's only going to get colder. This is what it feels like outside right now this morning. Negative 15 in Columbus, negative 23 in London, negative 19 in Marion, Newark, negative 14. Some of the warmer spots that have yet to see this cold blast just yet, we're still holding on to 5 in McConnellsville and Coshocton at 14, but it's headed in your direction as well. Let's get another look here at the satellite and radar picture. All of that blue on your screen is snowfall.
Let's move to Franklin County right now, which is also under a level 1. Joining us by phone this morning is Jeff Young. Jeff, you're the director for the Franklin County Emergency Management Agency. Talk about right now how Franklin County is under level 1 and what you are all watching for.
Well, I think, right now we're just kind of watching the road conditions. This another band of snow that's coming in. Obviously lots of conversations about the extreme cold temperatures, with the wind chill, then the blowing and drifting really going to be impactful for the next several hours, particularly. We're talking whiteout conditions, which makes, interstate travel that much more difficult. So I think you've got some good advice that if you don't need to be out, please don't. Give our plow drivers, all of the people who need to be out, the public safety forces, give them room to work.
It is 4:30 now on Wake Up Cbus. We do have this weather alert to start your Friday. Temperatures are falling into the single digits this morning. Feels even colder after the snow. It is only going to get much chillier out there. Right now in central Ohio, we have several snow emergencies coming in. Franklin, Delaware counties among the many that are at a level 1. You can see we now have 2 counties under a level 2. That's Pickaway and Fayette, which means only drive if necessary in those counties. We're going to talk with the Pickaway County Sheriff in about 15 minutes here on Wake Up Cbus. Thanks for joining us. I'm Angela, and Tracy Townsend is off this morning. We do have team coverage of what is happening outside. Maddie Kirker has the forecast, of course, for us. We have Gabby watching the roads, and Tina Ramos along with Lacey Crisp are reporters in the field.